Hello and happy Friday. I know my mouth looks really big. I'm reaching for something right now. How was your day? What did you do today? It's pretty outside here today. We talk about the weather, I feel a lot, but I did a lot of work today. A lot of work for Toyota. I had a bunch of calls and I did some work on the computer. It doesn't look like I'm going to go back to my office for quite a long time. So I'm trying to get like my desk set up because I haven't been doing that. I've just been working on the couch and that gets a little tricky. So I hope that you had a fun day with your parents today. Then I know they're home, so that's pretty exciting. So today, I think I told you that last week I started cleaning out the attic. I got half of it done, this side, the left side. And then tomorrow I'm going to work on the right side. We had so much stuff that we took out to the garbage man today. But I found a lot of books. So this one is called The Several Tricks of Edgar Dolphin. Edgar Dolphin. I know Allie really likes dolphins. And one thing I really like about this is inside it says McGoran. McGoran, which is my last name and Pop's last name. And some of your guys' last name. So McGoran. I don't really remember this book, but I guess it was ours. So the several tricks of Edgar Dolphin. Edgar Dolphin was young, but he was very clever. Even when he was small, he could hold things in his mouth and sometimes throw them. Looks like the pictures in this book are like pencil drawings, which I think is really interesting. Yep, there goes my phone. Okay, let's hopefully we can get this working. When his mother taught him to jump, he did it as well as she did, but not quite so far. Once she was teaching him how to chase a ship. He did it with a long piece of seaweed in his mouth. Isn't that a neat picture? I like that. His mother also taught him how to jump straight up. After a while, he learned the right way to come down. The first few times it hurt, but he kept on trying. Always keep on trying. One day, he was practicing his straight up jumps. He saw a strange looking ship in the distance. Well, what do you know? He said. That seems interesting. I think I'll take a closer look. Don't get too close, his mother said. You can't tell what it may be. I know what I'm doing, said Edgar, and off he went. When he got near, he saw that the ship had stopped. Funny looking things were jumping in the water. What are those funny looking things? Looks like people, right? We've done that before, haven't we? I wonder what they are, said Edgar. They don't look much like fish to me. So he went a little nearer. Suddenly, right in front of him, there was a thing. It had a round face and fat flippers and was black. My name is Edgar, said Edgar. Who are you? But the thing only made bubbles. Hey, Owen, do you know what the thing is? You were very helpful with the snark. I beg your pardon, said Edgar. Bubble, 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 who? The thing only made more bubbles. I can jump straight up in the air, said Edgar. Would you like to see me? Oh, yeah. I bet that person's excited. The net was slipped around him. Oh, wait. But before he could jump, there were more things all around him. They came toward him. One had a net. Hey, said Edgar. What kind of game is this? Nobody answered. Uh-oh. The net was slipped around him and he was lifted up out of the water. Cut it out, Edgar cried. Let me go. that doesn't look good at all, does it? But the net rose higher in the air and put him on the deck of the ship. 2 men laughed as they took the net. "This is not funny," said Edgar crossly. "This is either a dumb game or a bad joke. I want to go back to my mother." I hope this doesn't turn out to be a sad book. There was water in it. It kept him wet, but it wasn't very deep. "I wish I had more water," he thought. "I could jump out of here." Looks like a swimming pool on the ship, right? "I suppose I could ask for more, but these people don't look very smart. I doubt if they would understand." He tried to ask for water, but the men did not understand him. They were very happy to have caught a dolphin. "Let's teach him some tricks," said one man. "I hear dolphins are pretty smart." He got a ball and tossed it to Edgar. "Here," he said, "try to catch this." Edgar caught the ball and threw it back. "Good grief," the men cried. "He's even smarter than we thought. If I had more water, I could show you a trick or two," thought Edgar. He watched one man who was cleaning the deck with a hose. It began to give him an idea, but the man was far away and Edgar couldn't reach the hose. Someone threw him the ball. Edgar threw it back, this time with a curve. "He's a genius," cried the man. "We have a super dolphin here." It was nice to be admired, but Edgar was tired of the men and their games. He wondered when the men would let him go. He hoped it would be soon. But suddenly the ship began to move. Edgar realized they didn't want to let him go. Oh no. "Hey," said Edgar, "let me out of here. I want to go home." But the men just laughed and thought of new tricks to teach him. I wonder if the birds were yelling at the men too, do you think? One man tried to put a funny hat on him, but Edgar shook it off. "He'll learn to like it," the man said. "In time, we can teach him to like anything." "Not me, you can't," Edgar wailed. "I'm a dolphin. I'm supposed to live in the ocean. I want to go back to my mother." Why put a hat on that dolphin? "He looks hungry," said another man. "Somebody get him a fish." So they got him a fish, but before they gave it to him, they made him throw the ball again. Edgar was so angry that he threw it way up in the air and over the side of the ship. He wants to go home, but his mommy wants him to go home too, huh? The men had to stop the ship while someone was lowered over the side to get the ball. That made Edgar think harder. If they wanted the ball that much, it must be important. Look, they're putting him down in the water to get the ball. Bird's still looking. Each time Edgar threw the ball, someone jumped up to catch it. He made the men jump anywhere he wanted, either down the deck or into his tank. If I threw it to the man with the hose? Edgar waited for his chance. Next day, when the man was washing the deck alone, Edgar decided to try. He held the ball out in his mouth. The man came to take it from him. There's his hose and his brooms. At almost the same instant, Edgar threw the ball way down the deck and snatched the hose from the man and squirted the water into his tank. What? That is one crazy dolphin. The man thought it was very funny. First he ran to get the ball, and then he ran to tell the others. While Edgar filled the tank. I think the birds are on his side. What do you think? When the men arrived, the tank was full. Edgar was swimming in circles. Faster and faster he swam around and around. And then he leaped straight up into the air, over the side of the ship, home. It's a good thing his mom taught him all those tricks, huh? Oh, boy, they don't know what's happening, do they? To his mother. Home to his mother. I bet she was so happy to see him. And that was a good lesson to him to not go places he's not supposed to go, right? So, I don't know if any of your parents remember this book, but it looks like it's been in our house for a long time. It was up in the attic. It's really kind of dusty, but I cleaned it off a little bit. So it was fun to read about a dolphin. Do you remember when we went on the dolphin cruise? You guys were pretty little. Maybe we'll do that again someday. So I hope you have a great night and a wonderful day, and we'll talk tomorrow. I love you very much. Bye-bye.